All right, welcome to a bit of a different stream. You're completely different content from me, but this is gonna be a bit of a testing stream today. As it says in the title, I do have a new PC now for a few weeks, and I rarely play demanding titles. So, as you might be able to tell from based on the channel, um, but there was one game I did enjoy, but that my old PC was really struggling with, and that was City Skylines 2 specifically. Now, when it launched, it was also very well known for just being way too resource hungry. So I am curious to see if this has changed in any sort or in any way. Um, they were planning to improve the performance of the game. But the question is, have they succeeded? I don't know, personally. Um, I also don't really know if we'll run into any issues today because we are going to be starting a new map. I don't have any of my old maps on here because apparently they weren't carried over or something. And yeah, so I did decide on a map off stream, I would say. Which is gonna be this one because I'm kind of curious about that. So I'm going to keep the default city name for now. And I think I'm just gonna start that because might as well get going. Now, the stream is gonna be open. Completely open, to be honest. Also, by the way, I do not know what the settings actually are. Because I have just basically kept everything on default. But it looks like it has defaulted to high mostly, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah. Basically the stream will be completely open-end. I'm expecting once again the I'm gonna call it default. Default like 3 hours that I usually do. So that's what I'm gonna aim for. And I'm probably gonna have to modify the audio because I turned off the music because I wasn't sure. Probably would have been fine, but I personally do not know. So, wait, let's see. Let's have a quick look. So, what's that? Oh, it's an error. Yeah, okay. So basically, this is a bit of a mountainous region. So we're basically in a bit of a valley, from my understanding. Hang on. We need to get used to the controls. There was... Okay, that was rewarded. So yeah, we do have a few valleys, basically. I wish you could go all the way to the end, but you can't, unfortunately. Maybe there's a mod, I'm not sure. I did see that they have now added mods, but that was about it. Right, so let's have a look at the maps, because we're gonna have to do that. Because we're gonna have to be smart, of course. Alright, so that's the highway. We probably won't touch that. What is that? What's a random rail tracks? Oh, got it. Okay, got it. Right, so air is usually going this way. So we should try... We should try then have basically whatever industry we have. Place that not right here, not anywhere here, but rather... I'm not sure. Is that north or something? I don't know. So that might be north. I'm gonna assume that's north for now. That we have the railway north. So that's a thing. Let's see. Hang on. I do want to check. So yeah, we're gonna have to check that. Do we even have anything? Hang on. I would like you to go away. Okay, yeah, we do have plenty of things. So we have a bunch of oil here. We have a bunch of fertile land. So in that sense then, because the air goes this way, right? Also we have a lot of forests. which I'd rather not disturb, but we're probably gonna have to disturb that one. Because of course what I do want to aim for is... Yeah. We're probably gonna have to be a little bit... Oh, I didn't? Interesting, I don't recall that. That's curious. Was it always like this? I don't think so. Right, so what I have in mind... I think I'll probably want to keep this completely as industrial. Which does mean that I'd rather want to have some kind of city go up here, I think. So, let's see. What we could do... I don't think we have large roads yet, do we? Not at the very beginning? No, we do, okay. What I'm just gonna do, I think, is what I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna extend this one. Might still extend it to the end, I guess. I did go with a normal mode, so not easy. We'll see how that goes. And I think what I'm gonna do, in order to keep this forest, so that we can put some industrial down there, what I'm gonna do is actually, like, use this space. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Realistically, based on the amount of forest we have in general, I think we're not gonna be able... Yeah, I see. We have a ton of forest everywhere, basically, so it doesn't even matter if we do lose some. But I do at least want to try not using everything, right? So, wait, let's have a look. I kind of want to... Hang on, I'm not quite sure. Let's go with this for now. So I want a bit of a beach side thing. Where basically... Yeah, that's probably enough. Right, and from now on, we can probably... It's also like hard to really decide on... I tend to default to grids because that's the most efficient way. I know it's usually not like the nicest way of doing things, you know? But I tend to just default to that personally. And right, so it's 112 meters, right. I think that's probably how I want to have these appear for now. So these are gonna be a bit of a beachfront sort of thing, or well, not beachfront really, but like something brewer's side, so to say. And then I'm just gonna add a second row, I think. And I guess maybe as well a third row as well. Close things off. I think that's probably beneficial for now. Gonna take them a while to move in anyway. And after that we'll see, of course. Guys, I do have to look out for the forests. We'll have to see. I do think it would be kind of nice to have a bit of a forestry going on. I don't think... Right? I believe it's not... It has noise pollution, but it's not... It doesn't have air pollution, actually. So it doesn't even matter. If you have it here, and in that case then... I'm thinking that it probably would have made sense to place some here as well. I mean, hang on. Where's the map? We do have a lot of... Yeah, okay. So, I did also place a ton of... there's also a small batch here, but realistically I don't think it would have mattered. I think that's too small to matter, really. So I think what we're gonna do is I am gonna try and work around things. And I think that probably looks good for now. And then what we can do is just gonna have a bit of a curve going in here, I think. Maybe give another block. And then we can just do a... Oh, hang on. And then we can just do a curve. So to say, and then that just basically joins up in like a 90-degree angle thing. I think that's the best we can do right here. And that kind of connects to the main way of things. Which, thinking about it, I should probably move that one through here. Because presumably, what I should point out is these other circuits, right? Yeah. But hang on, I can't fit all of it here, so... Yeah, I see. So, realistically, to maximize things, I'm guessing I probably would want to, like, try and place it right here. That should allow me to cross most of the trees. But at the same time, it won't matter that we cut through right here anyway. So yeah, I think that's good. At the same time, I do want to make sure we do have power. So what I usually... Oh, hang on. We do have a power line here, so there would be no issues whatsoever with just like like getting things from there, which I try to avoid personally. I prefer having my own power personally, but I guess it doesn't matter if we... I can't remember that. So I guess it doesn't matter if we just use that, you know, as a as like a main energy delivery thing. So what I'm probably gonna do, yeah, I guess I'll place one right here for now. This will immediately connect anyway. This is gonna be temporary, just to get some power in here regardless. And then... Does it cause noise? It causes low noise pollution. But... I mean, it doesn't make... Oh, hang on, no it does. It's actually cheaper to do so. Oh, in that case... well, in that case, let's just... place it right here then. And then we won't have any issues to worry about. I didn't know that these were actually, like, cheaper to maintain. Why would you use a water tower then? I guess if you don't have access to like any of the groundwater spots, then you should do that. But regardless, right. So I'm certainly gonna place residential here. I think that would also be nice. But what I am going to do is use this spot as a bit of an commercial, because that's where the people are supposed, or like have to go through anyway. So it probably makes sense to place like, or maybe let's go with this spot as well. It probably makes sense to also give them like a bit, well, that's where most people will come through. So, oh, I forgot about sewage. That's a bit of a problem. So, yeah, I do want to have the water treatment plant ASAP, but we're not going to be able to have that just yet. So, yeah, I won't have much of a choice other than placing it just here for now. Unfortunately. Yeah, let's just go with that, I guess. And see how that goes. I don't like this, but at the same time, I guess it's a bit of a, like, in case we have a tsunami coming up. Right. Interesting how the commercial just immediately started building. That's curious. Right. We do also have a demand. But, yeah, hang on. There's barely a demand for residential, but all the commercials like immediately filled. Why is that? Anyway, so what I do want to say, what we could perhaps do, I mean, oil is gonna do pollution, I believe. Yeah, it's gonna do all the pollution basically. So that's something I do want to aim for also. But at the same time, yeah, let's see. I guess it would make sense because we're going to have pollution here either way. I guess it does make sense to like put a little bit of industrial in front of that. And while I'm already at it, I'm gonna place this forest area. I think I'm just... On one hand, I kind of want to move it as far as to here as possible. But at the same time, I want it to be closed up with this one. I guess it doesn't matter if we place another section here, so... I think that's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna... Hang on. I want to make sure it's rotated the right way as well. Yeah, so to avoid having it... because the road needs to connect up with this way, I think, as well. So to avoid that, or to avoid the traffic going through the entirety of the city, what I'm probably gonna do is... I could move this this far back, and it wouldn't... They wouldn't lose any resources, I think. Yeah, I think I can place it just like this, basically. That'd be it. Or I'll place it like this and be able to... And I would be able to... Let's go with this. Yeah, I feel like fine with that. Because that means I can basically attach to it to the road mostly. Here you go. And this is not nice, to be fair. I don't like that, but that's the best we can do for now. Actually, I do want to give... Like, it shouldn't matter if it's, like, right here, basically. But I do want to give the residents their space, ideally. And I want it to move as close as to the river as possible. Because why not? Right, and I do want to keep this space, sort of. Oh, it doesn't want me to just directly go this way. Interesting. So we now have this big horse space, so to say. And before we continue, I'm going to have to go into another break, I believe, because I am once again on double duty. So I'll be right back in 5 minutes time, I believe. Yep. I'll quickly take care of things, and I think it's only going to be 4 minutes. So I'll quickly take care of things, and then I'll be right back in 4 minutes time. I'll see you then. All right, welcome back. I took care of the things I need to take care of, and right, let's get right back to it. So let's see what I kind of want to go with. Yeah, I was thinking of going with a normal route, but actually, I don't really need to do that. What I'd rather want to prefer, I think, is this one. Oh, hang on, I have a curve. I don't want a curve. I just want a dirt road, because I think a dirt road might be nicer to have, so to say. So I did check that road has pipes on it, so you should be getting these, I think. It did say on the pig that it has them. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. Not enough water. Oh, it's because the road doesn't have that. I see, right, there was something. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't actually have that. So what I'm just gonna do, it's not like anyone sees that either way. No, there you go. And the same thing with power. Okay. Well, it's similar with that. I mean, luckily we have underground cable, so no issues with that either. Right, so I think that should now be the... Okay, yeah, that fixes the problems. And what I'm gonna... what I'm also gonna do is just basically do this. Because we gotta maximize the forestry that's going on, of course. So here you go. And I also want to maximize it down here as well, as far as possible. Well, that's not ideal, but I'll take that. Hang on. Can you please place this point? Yeah, that's probably good enough. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, I think that'll be fine. Right. So that's gonna take care of this forestry for a while. We do have the first residents coming in, and we do still have a large demand for commercial. So I don't really want... Yeah, to be fair, from what I can see, there doesn't seem to be any sort of interesting interesting industry going on. But what I think we're probably gonna do is use this place as a bit of a further commercial area, so to say. Or maybe not. No, let's not do that. What I think we should do is, once again, we do have the idea of placing industrial down here, up there. Which probably means I should go for a two-way road up here, I think. That may become important, I have the mild feeling. So, I think at the same time, if I consider that, I might as well turn this into a bit of a not residential, the opposite, the commercial and industrial area. I think that's probably fine if we do that. And what I have in mind is basically maybe do a one way, or like one row of commercial and on the second row then, and like after that we're gonna have industrial. I think that probably makes sense. Like if I place commercial right here, they shouldn't have any issues with that. And after that, that's where we can place industrial. Go like that, and we can place another commercial area here. Even if the interest has now completely disappeared. And I think right behind this we can then place industrial. I think that probably makes sense. And we should be getting pretty quickly to a level up, so that's also going to be fine for us. Right. Traffic is fine, of course. We don't have literally... We have literally nothing ready right now. So I guess let's skip ahead for a little while. And there you go. We do have the first achievement. Now, the question is... We have a point now. Are we going to use that point? I don't think so for now. Because we don't really have much to go with for now. We do have no medium roads, but can't really use them, or like don't have our use for them just yet. So what I'm gonna do, of course, what we'll need is like extra services. So let's say it's not the most optimal position, but I think it's probably the most nicest position, so let's go with that. To place it right here. We have land... Oh, yeah, garbage collection. We'll need to deal with that as well. So, on one hand... this is gonna be our oil area anyway, so realistically, probably the best place to place it is right here. Yeah, we do have all this fertile land, which I would like to use. But if I place it like that, then we're just gonna cross into the oil area. So, yeah, I don't think we have much of a choice other than just placing it here temporarily. Or permanently, I guess. We'll see. Oh, hang on. They're out of power. Power station overload. Okay, that's a little quick. I did not expect that. We could go with coal plant, but I still don't like that, personally. But let's see. I mean, we could place in the second one. Somewhere. Oh, wind speed too low. Oh, hang on. I didn't even realize that it was mentioning that. So, okay, I see. Because we're, I guess, in this mountainous area. Turns out, these wind turbines are actually yeah, wind turbines are actually a bad idea. So I guess. I mean, I guess in that case, we probably should just go for the power lines from somewhere else. Yeah, because... But at the same time, I could also just go for a small coal plant and be done with it. I mean, I guess it's not great, but it's probably... the best thing we can do for now. Oh, I did not mean to place it like that. Yes, I do not... I think I did get some money back. Wasn't there a rotate? Or is that not a thing? Oh, I guess it's not a thing. It crosses kind of deep in the oil area, but... I think for now... I'm pretty sure... Oh, well, it's not a thing. But at the same time, I can't really place it here because... thing, you know, so... Yeah, I mean, I guess we're not cutting too deep into it, so... I guess we're fine. Just gonna place it like that, and yeah, it's having me up it in. I guess I still don't really want it to go through the oil. So, but it is. Oh, it is underground. Huh. Right. I think it's having it placed underground. Yes, yes, it is. So, what I have in mind. How the house is gonna even look like? Can I just cut across and then be like, yep, it's going in here? What is the game going to do? Nothing? They're just going to connect. I guess it has. Okay. I mean, if that works, then I'm fine with that. But it's not gonna connect, is it? No, they have power. Okay. I mean, if it connects that way, then I'm fine with it. And I guess this also means that we should be able to earn money, I think. So we'll see. We are burning through money pretty quickly right now, so that's not great. But hopefully we'll be able to recover that before the stream ends. And I just realized that I closed something that I wasn't intending to close. I'm gonna have to reopen that. Yeah, okay, there we go. Right, so let's continue on. And there are slowly building, so that's cool. And we do have new areas to buy. So let's have a look if we do have anything interesting. But we do have a lot more forestry, which would be interesting, I guess. At the same time, we could build more areas down there. This is a bit of a tough map, I think. But not from the like landscape, but rather it's actually I kind of don't want to ruin any of the resources. But at the same time, there's not a lot of space to build things on. So I guess I can't build it all until we have that, which is a bit of a problem. So that's a little bit of a problem right there. But I guess what we can do, or what I can do, is have them build. We do have the medium thingy. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to take care of. At the same time, I mean, I could place the fertile land, right? But that's interesting. So, let's see. So what I can do. On one hand, I think it would make sense to like place it right here. No, on the other hand, I think it would make sense to keep this road alive, so to say, like to keep a road from here to something else. What I'm just gonna do, I think, I would like to go have it go in a 90-degree. But at the same time, this is a forest, so maybe not. Let's just go for this this wall for now, and then I don't know. Let's hang on. We'll have to take care of the demand first. So what I'm gonna do, I think, we do have a bit of a medium interest, which I don't really know where to place. The only spot that I really have in mind is this one, which I think would be fine. Yeah. So let's see. Let's have a look. So what I think might be the best way to go about this Could be, let's see, let's get a cell here. And let's see how we can... I would like to merge these somehow, of course. Could merge them like this, I guess. And then... go this way. And then up here as well. And in theory... we could just place maybe... yeah, what I have in mind right now is, on one hand, let's connect them up like this. I guess. I would like to aim for 90 degrees, please, on all occasions. Or at least, well, basically in a way where, like this, I guess. That should be good enough. We do have a nice forest here, so I do want to aim to turn that into industrial as well again. But at the same time I need to get... so what I'm kind of thinking of is have this one turn a bit of a medium section. And then I could just go ahead and... I mean, I guess just turn that into... to commercial again. And... I guess also this section. While this section becomes commercial. Residential. I think that's probably fine. We'll see. This does not solve the demand. Well, it solves the medium demand, but not the low demand. Which I don't think I can really do much about. If I want to avoid placing anything in, like, real areas. But at the same time, I do kind of need that, right? I would need some kind of places where I can actually put things on. Although, to be fair, it would be kind of interesting to just have these small spots everywhere. Probably. Yeah, okay, I see. So, I might have something in mind. So, to settle the low... like this low resident and low density residential demand. I could place some here. This should be fine from a wind perspective. I think. Yeah. So the wind just goes there. So there would be no issues, I think, for me to go place things here. So what I think we might do... oh, hang on. The demand is decreasing though. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. We do have a lot of spaces now available, so there's that. Someone is complaining about the healthcare, but it's fine. Oh, we don't have a graveyard actually. That's a fair point. And that is rather large, but we do need to place that kind of in the middle, you know? So what I think I will do, I kind of want to place it in the nice section I have in mind here, but at the same time... oh, you know what? Let's place it here. There we go. What I want to get immediately to avoid pollution is... oh, we'll need that as well, of course, at some point. But what I wanted to try and get is this water treatment plant. Because right now, yeah, but yeah. Right now we have the issue that this hole is just here, right? Not being nice, obviously. So What I do want to try and get immediately is this treatment plant, but it is quite expensive. I don't think we can afford that just yet. Maybe. Is that super fast? Yes, it is. Okay. So what we could do... Yeah, I'm a little worried about our stats. That's kind of the thing, right? We are quickly burning through money, which is not ideal. So I think I'm gonna hold off on that for now, and then just continue on. We don't really have much demand, so what I think I'm gonna do is... Yeah. So we're gonna build another industry area, which is gonna be fertile land, I guess, I would say. And if I place it right here, then I do have the most crossover. Yeah. Let's place it right here. And then this allows me, of course, to just do this, basically. But I kind of always try to do is, like, go for the edge. Probably doesn't really matter, but I tend to like to do that. Because, I mean, might as well limit the amount of space we waste, right? We should have no issues with that. And then... Yeah, that I think should be pretty much it. So... Yep, here we go. What did we have again? The groundwater pumping station, yep. This doesn't... It only has noise pollution, so it doesn't really matter at all. What I'm gonna do again is... I'm just gonna place a road, a nice one, right here. And... Doesn't quite go the way I had in mind. Let's just have the road go in the middle. I mean, it kind of looks like the road should go here, but at the same time doesn't really want to. I guess let's just go right until the edge. Yeah, okay, that's enough. Cool. And I think it's probably good enough. Oh wait, it placed... Does it have no traffic lights? Yes, it does. Not great. I don't think I can disable these. I don't have the mods in CS1, so... They probably exist, but I don't have them installed, so... This is completely vanilla, effectively. So what you see is what you get if you just play the main game. Right. So that's a thing. We do have industry coming up. But what I also want to say, we are still burning cash, which I do not like. We could borrow money, of course, but it's not like it's great. So let's see. But what we should do is buy more area. Now what we could do... I just had that pop in my mind. I mean, I guess... There's still a lot of forest down here, but realistically... what I have in mind is that considering the air pollution, right, it does go this way. So... the problem we kind of have is that I don't really see these trees going well back here. So what I'm gonna do probably is just sacrifice these. And in that sense then, what I guess we'll also want to do is just expand it this way. Because we already have an industry demand, right? As you can see. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I guess in that sense then indeed let's start going this way. And at the same time, I can look into trying to build a road that doesn't cover up too much oil. Let's remove that piece and then just build roads from there on. It's all gonna be all wonky realistically, but that's gonna be my aim, I guess. It's just have a bit of a natural flow of things, right? That's what I'm kind of aiming for here. It's probably gonna look not great, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. And then something I will have to consider up here is, of course, the railway we have and the power line, actually. That power line is an issue. Because what I would like to do is just have us go over the railway with a bridge. But this will cause issues. Or cause issues just in general. Feels like. Why are you causing this many issues? Oh, hang on. Okay. I did not expect that I could rotate this much. Is it allowing because of the railway, or what is going on here? Well, I'm not sure actually. Let's see. I'm not sure why is it having this many issues. I mean, I have to imagine that it's because of the power line right here. I can't really imagine it otherwise, so I'm just gonna remove that for now. And then we're gonna try again. Because of course... Yeah, okay, so this was the power line's fault. I see. Right. So, in that sense then... let's still activate the guidelines. Because... all I really care about is getting it across. It doesn't have to look nicer now. And let's have a slope to 0 again. Same with here, please. And then right here can have it go into... Yeah, good enough. Good enough for now. And then after that, what I kind of have in mind is have a industry area right here. So there's that. And I also want to make sure that I can... Okay, I guess we're just gonna connect these underground, which is a thing. I didn't really expect that, but it's a thing, so I'll take it. Right. And I do agree with that, it's gonna be looking a little weird, but hopefully this will actually be fine. We won't have any issues whatsoever. And yeah, what I think I'm gonna do from here is here. I'm just gonna place a grid, basically. Oh wait, hang on. The main line will be like this. It will be 2-lane each side, or 4-lane rather, in total. And what I would like to do is just right after this one. Or maybe not. No, hang on. Let's go with. I guess let's go with that. Let's go with 160 right here. And I think this will probably be fine. And back here we can then place actually for real energy or for real a lot of industry. Which I'm just gonna place. They spawn immediately, which is interesting. And yeah, that's the yeah. This tree is completely wonky, but it does allow me to kind of probably reclaim most of the oil as much as we can, which is what I am aiming for. We are still burning for money, which is not ideal, to say the least. We do not have school, so we should at least get that sorted. Which I think I'm just gonna go place. I don't want to ruin more spawns, you know. So what I'm gonna do is just place another word back here, and then place the school like this. That should be fine. This will ruin its reach back here a little, but we'll be fine with that. And then I'm just gonna place something here. A few more residential buildings. That should be fine. Right, we do have a new achievement coming up, and we also have a lot of demand for medium residential, that is. Yep, there we go. And this gives us a lot of points, so let's have a look. So what we could do... no. Not that just yet. I think we're fine with this for now. We're probably also fine with garbage collection. Yeah, we are. So that's fine. Don't need to waste these points just yet for that one. We could benefit from education. That's fair. By rescue and police. Okay. So I don't want to waste any points just yet. But what I do want to try... Does it switch all the way back? It does. That's surprising. What I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna place fire department right there and police. Doesn't hurt to have them central either, so let's go with that. Right, we are still very much burning cash, and I can only get an interest of 450, so that'll be an issue. What I have in mind, because we have a lot of residential demand now, right? Should we expand this way? Probably yes, because I don't see this spot being useful for anything. Let's go with this spot. In that fashion, we can also... Is the traffic still fine? Yeah, it's still fine. So in that sense, what I'm gonna do is let's build this road out, this large the road out, and that'll be fine. And what we can do is, I guess, yeah, it's right on the edge. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is to alleviate some of this this demand for medium thingies. I think I'd gone for 120. No, that's 160. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is build more spaces for medium right here. That should give us more income as well, and also, most importantly, well, let's actually place them. I kind of like these style houses more, so the burr houses. So let's go with that. And I guess we can fit another row here as well. It has completely cleaned up the demand, but that's fine. We could have another, like, we do have a little space here, right? And a bigger one here. We could use that for a little bit of low density, you know. We could do that. At the same time, let's finish marking out these spots. I think I'm gonna go with a similar one to what we had right here. I think that's fine. And yeah. Oh, Radico Square. Citizens will be distributed with excited signature building. Okay, cool. What I'm gonna do next to get some of the low. I am starting to worry about... Yeah, this is starting to spiral out of control, I feel like. What we could do is cut down on these. Because right now I don't think we need much of the energy. We do need it quite a bit, but... not massively. So what I'm gonna do is just cut down on a bunch of these. Yeah, I guess let's cut it down to 60%, 65. That should be fine. And then we don't need... Do we need this much water? We have a ton. So we can also cut the budget on that to hopefully alleviate our wallet. This does save us a bit of cash, but not a whole lot. We're still burning through quite a bit, quite quickly. Yeah, let's also slash healthcare and garbage collection. And I guess education at the same time. But maybe I have overdone it on electricity. Yeah, there we go. So I now have slashed our budgets quite a bit, but it's still not enough, which is not great to say the least. I may genuinely... What the hell is this? I may genuinely have an issue. So, what I am considering... We get more industry. Okay, let's build more industry immediately. Because maybe that does help us our issues. The slope too steep. Okay, I did not expect that. But no, apparently the slope is indeed too steep. Yeah, of course you can't see that, right? Well, I didn't expect that, personally. In that sense, we can only continue expanding right here, which is not really the direction I had envisioned. But I mean, it's fine, as you can clearly see. And let's just give them these full spots. We'll be fine with that. They're going to be giving us more funding, which is fine. Right, at the same time, this one should make a ton of, or at least I was hoping that this one would make a ton of surplus. We would be able to sell. I guess maybe not. Not yet, at least, it seems. Not great. But let's have a look at... I guess the problem with the way I'm also expanding, right, is that I'm not sure if this was the case at the beginning. But there is a tile upkeep, so we can't just expand like we would like to. We also need to be a little careful about how we do that. But we do have demand for low density areas. So, am I going to risk it? Do I want to risk it? I am not sure. I may have to raise taxes as well, to be fair. That's something we'll need to keep in mind. But yeah, right now the biggest points we do have are the tile upkeep. So I am a little worried that if I do expand, and realistically I would have to buy these 4, which is, yeah. That's gonna be a lot, and that will drain our money immediately. So I will not be able to do that, unfortunately. Instead, let's place... Yeah, I guess let's place... This one, if I place it like this, this one would be right pretty good in the middle. Wait, I just went for another wheat one. Yeah, that's not maybe not ideal. Let's go with the other type we don't have just yet. Vegetables. Let's go with them. And I think probably the best place is to place it. And what I'm gonna do is probably just place it like this, and then... No, let's go for this... Oh, we need 2. Let's not do that just yet. I am worried about money. I don't think I've had that just yet. I have that before. I have had that before. I don't think so. So, which is a interesting scenario to be in, to say the least. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. There's really not much for me to do, or for me to discuss about. Of course, there's a bunch of things that, in the other game, so to say. A lot of exciting things. I am interested in the in that game mode that Genshin presented earlier, oh well, yesterday basically. Looking forward to that. I think I'm certainly gonna try and play these. I mean, it looked like there's gonna be a ton of interesting things, so we'll see. We'll have to see. Right. In the meanwhile, this is another forest area, so what I think I kind of want to do is just have a road go this way, and then we can have a road kind of connect right here. Okay, that looks ugly. Let's fix that. Maybe let's fix that by maybe connecting like this. It looks ugly. I don't like the way you look. I guess let's go this way. That'll be fine. That connects this up, and we can then move on and collect more area. Here you go. That looks good. Yep, there we go. That's the first area done. Hopefully it'll earn us a bunch of cash. Not yet, but no, well, they're starting to equal out. Administration, what is that? Administrative office, welfare offices. Okay. I'm not sure what that is about, but I'll take it. Cool, we do have a ton of capacity that's unused right now, so to say. We are earning money for this time, so that's good news. And this one's overloaded again, so we should be out of money. Yes, we are. Okay. So let's start, I guess, paying a bit more budget in that sense then. We can start spending money. Right. So what I think I'm gonna do now, I do want to place another fertile area. We haven't had textile fiber yet, so I guess let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that. And what I probably would want to do is, I guess let's go place it right here. Maybe like this. Because this, I want to have it go until right to the edge of that road up there. But still, as yeah, I guess this would be fine. This would be a fine position to have. Go like this, and then oh, hang on, this was wrong. This was a wrong placement, but it's fine. Because we do have plenty of areas still to go down here, so let's collect that as well, because if we don't, that would be stupid. And this, let's not have this 80-90% thingy right now. And it looks like I'll need another break right after this once we're done. So I'm gonna have things to get sorted again, which is completely fine. But here you go. So yeah, basically it's just gonna go to the edge of the most useful area. Also just realized that having this road like 4 lanes probably really isn't smart. We don't need that area, of course. And what I'm gonna do right here is same thing as usual, or like in the previous ones. No, I do not want a curve. I want a straight line. There we go. That should be it. Yeah, there we go. And now we can... No, I'm not gonna need to do that. And there you go. Now we can get these on the cobblestone lane. Right, I'm gonna have to go on another 3-minute break, and I'll be right back after that. So, don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to me basically playing City Skylines. Wait, hang on. Oh, we are generally starting to have a traffic jam. I did not expect that. So, yeah, okay, that's gonna be an issue. Yeah, that's an actual issue now. So, right, where do they want to go? Can I have a look at that, please? Yeah, so it looks to me like they're all basically trying to get in here. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is basically down to Oh, wait, we need upkeep. I forgot that. What's road network? Oh, we'll need that. We'll need that. Okay. So let's go for our first upgrade then. Which is gonna be road upkeep then. Let's unlock that. And while I'm already at doing so. Yeah, I see. We'll definitely need these. Road maintenance depot. Where should we place that? Does it have? It has low noise pollution. But still. Okay. Let's I guess place it right here. Thank you very much. And this will hopefully. These are all taxis. I guess we also. What is going on here? I was about to say. I mean, I guess I need public. I need like public transport. I guess that's what it's. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah. I guess if I have a bus depot or something like that, then things will be finer. But that's just hell on earth. Right. So I'm not sure where I would want to place this. I guess the probably best spot for it would be right here-ish. Or maybe right here. Yeah. Let's go with right here. And in that sense then, we are going to start to place some routes. Because if I had to guess then, what we're probably seeing, I mean, I have no idea where they are coming from. What's your target? Parent destination is just this, so... apparently they come from outside? But I guess... Oh. I am screwed. I just screwed myself over, didn't I? Because I placed things without thinking, Yep. I did not think of this. So actually, I'm gonna have to turn it off and pretend that I didn't place that. And also, yeah, so we have a cash problem, which is not great, to say the least. Let's see. Transportation, let's basically increase that. I mean, I guess... But yeah, I'm struggling with this map. I was not expecting such a bit of a problem with this map, really. So the road... What is going on here? Why is the road condition here so bad? I do not know that. And... Power station overload. So, the power stations are struggling. Let's decrease the budget again. We do have a ton of demand from what I can tell. We do also now have office demand, which is interesting. The problem what I am considering is the traffic jam that we are starting to have down here. So I really want to avoid placing any further. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do, of course, is just kind of screw on my plan. I guess. Because this plan is not working out. So I will have to destroy some areas of forest. I don't have a way to do something else, I think. Or rather, I'm probably just gonna have to ignore some spots. What I think I might do is use this spot as a bit of a... we do have a lot of demand for like high density, as you can tell, so... That's, I think, what I'm gonna try and do next. Yeah, that's probably fine. So let's go ahead and place a little high density right here. Hopefully that's gonna be fine. We'll have to see. So let's place high density here. And what I'm just gonna do is have it, no, not this, not the sphere place. What I'm gonna do is use this spot to just build a ton of high density. Hopefully to get people that pay taxes. Really. That's probably fine. And well, I kind of want the space as well, if I'm perfectly honest. I mean, based on about 12 spots, I gained much more. Yeah, that'll be fine. And low rent housing. It's low tax income as a result. Well, that's not great, but yeah, that's not what I wanted personally. But it's not like we have a choice, I think. Yeah, I guess let's just go with that. I don't want them to go too deep into the river, so I'm just gonna go that. And yeah, that'll be fine. And then place a chunk of that right there. And then hope we can somehow recover these costs. I would like to salvage the map somehow. I mean, I guess these forest areas just aren't really providing money that I would need. I mean, they are, I guess, but still. But hang on, no, hang on, I just noticed. We are now level 4, so that means we should be able to place our first oil field. Yes, we are. So that's something I'll want to do next, is place a ton of these oil fields. That was my target. And that's also something I want to do now next up. So let's get that sorted. I guess this is fine. I guess the position is fine. So let's see. I guess if I just go, oh, hang on. Okay, it's on the other side of the road. So what I'm gonna do. Oh, hang on. This is small Ola, but that's fine. Of course, that overlaps into the into that area slightly, but that's gonna be really fine, to be honest. The power building. And I mean, what I'm hoping for is that we'll get a ton of money from this one. Presumably. We'll have to say, of course. But I would have to hope that'll be the case. And then... we'll just have to see. All right, well that's now this spot filled. Hopefully, Go station alert once again. Hopefully, of course, that will start to give us some money. Because if not, we might be screwed. Alright, so... are the power lines still doing fine? They're doing fine-ish. Which is okay. We do have a lot of office space, I just noticed, that they're asking for. So, I guess what I'm gonna do is... Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't expect that. So, of course, we are really patching the amounts of money we are receiving. Maybe that was the wrong wording, but that's fine. Right, so... I do want to take that area with us. So, what if I don't want to touch the railroad, that's the thing. What we could do... I mean, I guess maybe that's fine? This position? It does look a little fine to me. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna place it like this. And that should give us the most coverage. Most realistic coverage. Let's have a look. So I do want to have it go through to this color. I'm not sure what like the amounts you still get from each of these different colors are, personally. What we will see. Right. I did pick the wrong map to test things. I did see that it's okay, it's hilly, but I did not expect that we would have these many resources that I would try to use, of course. Which I guess is not an ideal thing to have. It's probably more realistic to have a actual road go up here, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's have a road go through here. And then here as well. And then I want to have a look at the map again. Because I maybe will try to like cross that area off as well, you know? Which, I mean, if I want to gain as much oil as possible, then realistically I'll probably... Yeah, let's go with that. And then I can just remove that road. And then we could place another oil field right here. I guess it doesn't matter too much for us because there's no upkeep required. It doesn't matter if I place this small little field because we're gonna get our money either way. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. Right. So... No, hang on. Oh, it's outside. It's a little outside of the field. I see. Not great. Certainly not great. But that's fine. Oh, hang on. Oh, it needs two roads. Things I didn't expect for 200. So, can I not just go this way, where I just add a road like this, and that's fine? Yes, it is fine. Okay, got it. So, and that way we can just have the road go here. It looks a little wonky right there, but actually maybe. Hang on. No, I can't. I don't think I really can, actually. I just noticed. No, it probably looks a lot weirder. I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. Yeah, I guess we're fine. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't have to be great. We just need to earn money. That's about it. Right. Okay, I guess that's good enough. So that should mean... Why do I need... Okay, no one no longer needs. So... That's not an oil field, that's... We have now 3 different oil fields, which hopefully... will be enough. Or now at least... Now I do want to take care of the office demand that we do have right here. Which would be beneficial, because that will also be income. The question will just be, where do I want to place that? I mean, looks like pretty much everywhere is suitable enough. I do want to reserve this place for more residential. So I guess the ideal way to go about that would be to place it somewhere. Hang on. Let's have a look at the resources. I mean, I guess we don't really have much in the middle of this. Are they all grey? I don't know. Probably pollution, actually. That's a bad spot at the same time. So let's see. I would like to have a spot where I don't have many trees, or like no resources, basically, right? But it turns out on this map, these areas are a lot. Well, they're basically non-existent, right? So what I have in mind. Do I even have anything in mind? No, I don't really. I do feel like this area would be forestry because there is a little island. I don't really see anything else. Maybe for this spot, really? I think it's probably big enough for like one of these fields. Yeah. Perfect size, basically. So, I'm not gonna touch that. Maybe? There's a lot of fertile land here, but realistically, I think I can just ignore that at this point. I think we have enough, really. I'm a little bit worried, so what I think we'll need to do, or I'll need to do, is probably build some kind of highway from there to here. Because the problem is... Right now it's fine. We have no traffic jam, but earlier we're having a ton of them, so... But at the same time, actually, hang on. A lot of these, like... these commercial areas have not been built yet. So what I'm gonna do is just rezone a lot of these. Because nobody's using them anyway. So I think I'm just gonna rezone. And then if anyone wants to pick these, then here you go, have fun. Yeah. Let's go with this area first. These little sections. This does decrease the demand already a little bit, but they are very quickly filled, so... Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna zone these. Because clearly no one's interested in moving here, so... There you go. We also are getting industrial demand, so we also have barely any natural resources up here, so good look into that. Let's have a quick look at air pollution though. Because in theory this is like a... I mean, it's a mountain, so in theory any pollution should stick around. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe the game doesn't account for that? I do not know. But something I am worried about is this, like, road here. Now the traffic is fine again. But of course we'll see. I think this area would be kind of nice for residential, to be honest. Like, it would be a nice residential area. I want to avoid using that space. We are starting to earn a lot more cash, so that's cool. How are the areas in terms of public services? Police is doing fine-ish. It seems like. It's not great up here, but that's fine, I guess. I'm not sure what administration is. Education is... They have barely 0. We may want to add actually higher levels of education, actually. Except we don't have the money, so that's cool. Transportation is something I wanted to look into, but now it's no longer necessary, I guess. So yeah. So industrial. We are having industrial demand, so I want to look into that. The question is am I just gonna add more up here? Or am I going to have to find another field? I mean, the air pollution still goes from, like, south to north. So if I do that... Realistically, it's gonna have to be here. Or maybe this way, hang on. This is quite far away though, so I can't really expand all the way here. But the game, I think, is basically telling me to build industry up there. So realistically, that's also what I'm gonna do. I guess it doesn't hurt building more columns or, like, more cells here. The question is, we are on a steep hill here, so it's not like I can build a huge amount because they are starting to dig into the mountain. But I mean, maybe... Have a look. Let's have a look. I mean, I believe the... Yeah, it was 460 meters. So, if I want to do that, I will have to make... I will have to decrease the slope a little bit. So, what I think I'm gonna do is I am going to have to slope it a little bit. Which... Is that what I'm trying to aim for? No, it doesn't really look like it. No, not really. Yeah, okay, let's see. Let's set a target here. Wow, that looks ugly. That's not my goal. But maybe this is. I'm making it worse, but... I mean, at the same time... No, it didn't really achieve anything. Or then maybe this way. Could be something. Because, you know, all I need initially is to generally like move the mountain a little bit backwards. Is that enough? It's barely enough. The question is, can I place the other roads? No, I can't. I'm gonna have to redo the same things that I just did. I have the curve too, I just noticed. Yep, same thing here. So, basically, the sloping, the landscaping continues. Maybe if I could just do this, right? It looks fresh, but at the same time, I can just do this, and I hope that's enough. I did manage to decrease its I think the limit is 20% and it's now at 23. Oh, energy powers out. To be fair, we can just now put it on 100, I think. Yeah, we have enough money. The situation is looking a lot better now, so that's good. Let's continue landscaping a little. I think... that should now have moved it quite a bit back. So let's see. Nope, not yet. 21. We need to get under 20. Because otherwise this game is gonna say no. You're not gonna do that. I think that's probably gonna be too much now. Yeah, it redid a bit, so that's not great. Hang on, let's just move back quite a bit. And now I'm gonna try and soften. I think I can move it back again. Let's see. Still too steep, but at least we're on 21.6% now. Okay, it looks like, yeah, this area is getting... So once again, I need to do more. Lucky for me, I guess it doesn't cost any money to landscape like this. Even though it absolutely should. But you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. Right. Is that now enough? No, it's not. This one is basically enough. I just need a tiny bit less. And then that would be enough. I'm not sure if it did anything. Nope. Let's see. I think it's even doing anything. Well, I guess now it is. Realistically, I want to aim for as close as to 20% as possible. Now that's way too less. And I'll just screw myself over as time goes on. I think that's a good idea. Okay, now I have an idea. 19. So realistically, one more. 19.2. 19.4. And that should now bring us to 20 as close as possible. 19.9, 19.5, okay, maybe not. .7, okay. I thought the limit was gonna be 20, but I guess not. Lower that again, please. Okay, this section specifically is too short, it seems. Well, let's have a look. Is it too... Is it like too steep or too low? Or like, what is the... What is going on here? There should be a map of... outside connections? No. Okay, maybe not there, maybe not. Oh, this is the map I kind of actually want. But it always disappears, but that's annoying. That's annoying. So yeah, I guess it does go down, so... I think probably first one that just says... Yes, this is good enough. And it's above 19, I'm just gonna take, I think. Because of course we would also like to go ahead, so... 19%. This is getting worse. Why is it getting worse? Okay, I think this is pretty much the most I can do. It's not looking great, but we'll see. The point where you're putting the road connection has very big steep. Yeah, it's right next to it. So I think it should have been fine. To be fair, I may have to like do these connection roads. But now I have a bit of an idea how I can do that. Let's see. So if I just do that... Oh, hang on. Well, not really what I had in mind, but I'll take that. And just soften again. Right now I think they're mostly on the same level. Oh, they're out of water, okay. They are out of water, so that means I should be able to raise the budget for water. And also, hey sandwich, by the way. Hope you're having a nice day. Right, let's have a look. Okay, it was good enough. I want to continue this. But not quite enough. Gonna lower these a little. That's probably gonna be enough, I would hope. Oh, hang on. Yeah, here we go. There you go. I can now place this one. It's not quite enough. We're quite high enough though. Also, yeah, I think what I'm just gonna do instead is I just realized that it's probably a bad idea to just have these roads go like this. So realistically... Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Because otherwise... it's probably gonna be the best way to do that. Because there's not gonna be another way for me to really take care of that. There you go. And that's enough, and now I'm just gonna place a around the column here, and that cleans up the demand we have, and at the same time I'm gonna clean up now the mess that we have here. At least a little bit. But that's probably the best we can do for now, so I'm just gonna let that be. And return once we need more space for industrial. Right! So what we have next, we can speed up a little because power keeps going out. No, it does. No, it's not. Oh, maybe it is. So that means we have reached the end of the maximum, so to say. So what I'm gonna want to do. Can I expand here? No, I can't. So we do have 7 points. Do we have anything interesting here? We have a solar plant. I was gonna say I would prefer that, but at the same time, I am not sure. Let's go for let's unlock the gas plant, actually. It does produce a lot more, but it also costs a lot more. And it needs 650. Right now we have a plus of round about 100,000. So let's say... Oh, we need to buy the coal, of course, as well. That's a fair point. Do we have gas anywhere? I think that's or we don't have gas. How can we get gas? I'm actually not sure. No, hang on. Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, production. So, metal or coal? I'm guessing. I can't actually do that. Okay. I mean, presumably, is it immaterial goods? No. That's okay. Yeah, that's basically video, media, and so on. So gas. Would that be petrochemicals? I guess. It's gotta be. I think. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Okay. So, we do have a surplus of that. So I think what would certainly make more sense is to go for a gas power station. That's something we should do. Yeah, so let's go with that. The problem is, of course, it's okay, it's way larger. That's a thing. So I need a space to place that in. At this point, realistically, I don't think I can keep this forest. I guess. Yeah, okay. I once again need more energy. We could also, in theory, just have energy delivered by our neighbors. But actually, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. let's just have to do that, which means we are going to be losing money on that, but it's probably gonna be fine. We have even more industrial demand, which I would not be looking forward to parking my car right here, personally. Right. But that's a little problematic. But I guess also traffic holding up. Traffic's still doing fine. So in that case, then I guess the building is gonna continue. Let's see. Having quite a construction going on here. Yeah, pretty much. This is like the only place where I can really put industry onto, unless I want to like take down forests or anything like that. So that's a bit of an issue that I am having now. But I'm gonna do my best. Probably just gonna like move entire. Considering the fact that the game apparently doesn't like limit me in doing this, I might as well do my best and just move the mountain back a little. Just as far as I can, or at least, or rather I would say, I guess, as far as I can without doing too much. Like, this is too much. I've leveled it too much now, which is not great. We can do more. Is that going to be enough? $15. So, no, I can add more. Or can I? I don't think the game wants to have me do more. But at the same time, I need to kind of have it... Okay, now this is the... Oh, hang on. Yeah, as long as it's like close to like maybe 17 or something. Yeah, I'll take that. It's 16. I'll take that. And is this gonna be able to go up here? Maybe. Nope, not quite. In that case, I'm gonna probably have to soften that hill as well. Not this way though. What I'm probably gonna have to do is just move it once again back a tiny bit. Here we go. That's what I want. Now the question is, how is it going to look like? I do not know. And there you go, we have the next milestone, which means I have even more points that I'm not gonna have to start using. Let's see, what should we spend them on? We should probably get a crematorium. If I had to guess, the Oh, hang on. How full is it? Oh, it's not full. In that sense, then we can wait on that. Other than that, though, we should get... And try further now, I'll be going. Yep, I'll be seeing you around. Have fun with the rest of your day. What I want to do next is let's get a high school. There we go. That means we have more expenses, but at the same time, I mean, it's much more in control now, so that's fine. We have a traffic jam. And once again, it's a ton of people. Oh, this area is starting to build up. That's why. The question is just gonna be, is this traffic jam gonna relieve itself? Or is that gonna be permanent? That's something we'll have to see. But anyway. I guess I could, like, avoid that by just, because we have a railroad right here, we could use the railroad. And we probably should, but, that's besides the point. Right, I do have even more demand for industry. This doesn't look great, but, I'm just gonna ignore that. And I'm just gonna pretend that's not a thing and just look like this on the map. But at least we are starting to, like, actually earn money, which is important. I am still worried about this traffic jam a little bit, but we'll just have to see how things continue. I mean, the entire highway, or like the entire Autobahn, basically, is now starting to fill up and so on, so... That said, we do have... Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about this, to be fair, now that I think about it, because we have like a ton of people living on one very tight spot here. Oh, we have... I just noticed we have post and... internet now. In that case, let's deal with that. Let's place one here. And then a second one here. I mean, we can just place these wherever we want, realistically. I guess... It says citizen specifically, so I'm not quite sure if industry needs that, but might as well cover that. Right. So, double duty time. I'm gonna have to do take care of the Prime League again, because I believe someone just won. So, I'll see you again in 10 minutes time, and then I'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the third hour, I believe, basically, of the Skylines. Now, we are still continuing. Struggling a little bit here, down here, but we're just gonna hope and crack on. We do still have this traffic jam, which I'm a little worried about. I am worried about this being a thing. Maybe I overdid it, but we'll see. Oh, hang on. We'll probably... Post office, yeah. I suspect I probably should have done this post thingy. Realistically. I guess it's fine. I mean, it's still green, so hopefully that's fine. Right. So we have this... Oh, hang on. What is going on here now? Why did it suddenly flip like this? That's a little concerning. Where did the money go? So that it's not just communications. But that's surprising. What happened there? Import. You're just importing tons of money, that's why. Well, that's obviously not great. So, how much are we actually like... Okay, we can produce 11. We need 28. That's not great. So, I need to figure out how to combat that. Realistically, I think the best way will probably be just to dump this one somewhere. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. We should be able to earn a ton of money from imports, so that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Is that we'll actually be able to make a ton of money back from just imports. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna say screw that. We do have a limit of 1.1. So we could... we could increase taxes, of course, as well. That's something we'll probably have to do. But I think... What I'm gonna try and do is 700,000. That gives us a ton of money. And what I'm hoping to do with that is I'm gonna build this big gas station, a gas power plant. Hoping it's gonna be enough money to make some back. We are going to be way off now. A lot more off than I thought we would be. I maybe should have saved. Now to think about it. The import is not yet being a thing. Oh, hang on. You have no water. Where did the water go? Oh. It also needs a ton of water. I see. Well, that's obviously not great. I guess that's because this one is now overloading quite a bit. It used to be quite deep in here, wasn't it? I am fairly confident on that. But I guess not. Well, in that case, let's just place that, put a road next to it, and then call it a day, hopefully. And at the same time, I need even more money. And there we go. Well, I completely overestimated that, I think. There's a fire going on, but not like I can do anything about that. To be fair, I was hoping... Oh, this number's very quickly decreasing as well. Well, that's not great. What I was hoping for... Okay, there we go. That's what I was trying to achieve. Because I guess now we're making a ton of money from export. Yeah, we are. Okay. So crisis averted a little bit. I guess we can turn this one off as well, and then hopefully be able to pay a bunch back. Yes, we can. Okay. Well, so that was a bit of a monker moment. Luckily we managed to turn that one back. Well, that's a bit of a fire reaction here going on here. It should hopefully not be a problem. I hope. Yeah, this one is now completely burning down. I didn't have that before, to be honest. But I'm hoping that it won't actually affect anything. At least this means, I guess, we can use this space as a bit of a... Yeah, if the entire forest down here burns down, then again, I guess is not a big problem. By the way, do we have... Well, yes, we do, I guess. We do have a bit of an audio. Right. So, I was distracted a little bit. I wanted to take care of internet here. So, let's do that. We actually need a bit more. I guess in that sense... it's probably best if I... Interesting how it's green here, but not here. Let's... We don't have enough money either way. I guess let's place it right here or something. No, I have an idea. Let's place it right here. That will start to cover some of the area. And actually, to be fair, yeah, we can also start stuffing this area quite a bit. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, but... Okay, now we know I no longer have enough money. So, I guess by doing that... Yeah, we kind of have enough space, I guess. We also need to serve this area. That's something to keep in mind. It says it's dead, but it's clearly not. Okay, so this entire field is basically burning down. And they're all dead, even though they don't look like it. But I guess that's fine. Oh! I did not expect that. Apparently it's not connected. Right. Oh, hang on, do we have any... Well, it doesn't look like it. No FPS drops. At least from what I can tell. Right, we still have traffic jams. Quite a large one at that. Oh, because that's a... Oh! Because we have a we actually have an accident here. Which, thinking about it actually, we can probably increase the budget on roads. Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. So maybe that'll actually resolve that. Hopefully... Yeah, one of these is arriving. So hopefully... that traffic jam will be resolved soon, because that's the only exit of this of the roadie we have right now. So that's something to keep in mind. Right. Still can't take care of internet just yet, but hopefully soonish. But regardless, okay, this fire is about to expire. That's good. That's good to have. But in the meanwhile, probably best to get another cell going here. There you go. I think that's just what we're gonna do. Yeah, probably good enough. And right. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is, or what I should look into, is probably extending our map, so to say. Because I've basically already decided I want to place forestry here, same with here. So these are locked in. But I do think it's probably best if we at least try and get a second area, so to say, going somewhere else. Also, I just realized I don't need to connect these areas. That's something to consider as well, I guess. But maybe that's something I do want to consider, but right now we don't have any demand for anything. So, well, yeah, it's basically now a complete traffic jam here, which is not gonna be great. It's not like there's a second road, right? That's the thing as well. So that's a tiny bit of a problem. Thinking about it, I mean, there's a... Yeah, there's a traffic light here, of course, so... And they all want to go there. Not what I had but they literally all want, so... Hang on, can I adjust this somehow? I mean, I can, sort of. Oh, I still have... What do I still have for selected here? Yeah, I don't really have an option. I don't really have the option for anything, so... I don't think I can really improve that. Personally. Unfortunately. There really is just basically one way. I guess the only thing I could do is like try and turn this into a proper highway of sorts. And... Or maybe, now that I think about it, I could also just remove a tiny section of that road. And have that basically why is that condemned? Okay. Cool. Because that means they now have to drive all the way here, so they should no longer get stuck here. Or at least I would hope. So in theory that should now mean that this traffic jam should be able to clear itself up earlier. Hopefully. I'm not sure if that's actually going to work, but we'll see. Right, we don't have enough money. We still don't have enough money yet. We aren't making a ton back, to be fair. Of course, it's not great, to say the least. Right. We are having a huge traffic jam, which may also impact our income, realistically. So, I am gonna have to look into alternatives, unfortunately. Or maybe I just have to kind of start removing this area. Or downscale it rather, because realistically, it's not gonna be worth it. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take all areas. And I'm gonna just start slowly but surely just decreasing these to medium density. As far as we can, of course. There has to be a limit to this, but right now I don't think that's something we want to do. It's just not really controllable, you know? And what we just did basically causes low income to no, not low income, low density to show up again. So what I think we could do is, I mean, I had the idea of like building another section like this right here somewhere, and I think that's what we probably want to do. Now, the awkward thing is that this area, so to say, is like in the middle of 4 areas. So if we want to do the upkeep, it will cost us 60,000, which is not great. So do we want to risk that? I mean, we could. We don't have the money for that just yet. Let's have a look though. Are citizens happy? Are they happy? I guess they're happy-ish. These are happy, but not these ones. Can we have a look on why they are not happy? Lack of entertainment, high crime risk. Oh, okay. We can probably look into that. Or maybe not. We don't have money at all, so... of course, I could look into doing more, but realistically, I can't really do that. So, right. Let's see. So, more office demand gets more office. There you go. I mean, we are starting to have low density. So, what I'm kind of thinking of is just getting rid of some of the forest down there. It's not really worth it, I think. We have enough surplus anyway. So I think what we unfortunately kind of have to do, or what would be a lot more beneficial, is if I also extend the area we have right here by another row of cells, realistically. Before I start to, you know, just get rid of or try to open another space. Let's just get rid of a little bit of forest. That, in my opinion, will be fine. No need to worry about that. But of course, apparently it's gonna take a while until people move in, so there's that. We also have industry demand, even more now. Which, realistically, I guess I do still want to place here. Yeah, I'm noticing that these are they're probably dying. If I had to take a guess. Yeah. So these are not depositing wood at all, because we have this industry area. Which is fine, we don't need these anyway, I guess. So I do want to build another row if possible. Which I guess it is indeed possible. And it's not gonna be a huge issue. Well, let's leave a gap of space because I think the game will like that if I do give a little bit of space. Can I build some kind of... No, I don't think I can. Yeah, no, I actually can't. So, I am once again gonna have to do some landscaping. Not great, but we'll see. I'm gonna do a slope, I guess. It's hard to look, but I see it just now realized, but hopefully that's fine. Now soften, please. Okay, there we go. And is that enough for me to go uphill? No, it's even worse. Nice. And apparently that's not enough, so we can go ahead with that, I think. Oh, hang on. I do not want a curve here, I want a proper road. Yeah, that'll be enough. That'll be good enough. Right, so let's... Also, apparently we're experiencing hail, so that's something. Right, I do want to give that one a bit of a smoothness. There we go. And now we can fill up another row of industrial. Maybe not there, actually. Sorry. But here we go. Yeah, so we are slowly creeping up the mountain. But we'll see. Right, internet. So it's starting to get tough here, so I think of course we have, the higher we go we have a bit more coverage, but let's see. I'm gonna place the second one here. That gives most of the residents of this section good internet. We still have a traffic jam, which I honestly do not really know how to alleviate, other than just starting to slowly but surely remove some of the high density buildings. Which is a little unfortunate, of course, for them, but not much I can do about. Unfortunately. Right. How's the money looking? I would like... We should try and remove some of the interest, I think. Of course, that still means I still need to build this out, for example. Which I guess... I mean, probably next one... I could place one more here. And then I could... I mean... This one would be completely covered by placing one somewhere in the middle. And... well, this one would also need one, so... We'll see. We'll see. We'll have a solution sure, sooner or later. Right, we are having demand for... Oh wait, hang on, did I? No, I zoned this as... Right? No, I didn't. I did not realize that. I meant to zone this as low, like low thingy, low density. So don't mind me removing these. Right, let's have a... We do have a lot of taxis coming in, but it's not like I can do much about that. We are starting to lose money again. Where did that suddenly come from? I do not know. But apparently we're doing a ton of money now. So, oh! Okay. Pop music something. We have that now. Right. Well, we're basically stuck in a bit of a... I don't really know what I'm gonna do now situation. Because in theory... What is this? Garbage piling up. Is that one... It's full. Got it. So... That basically means I need to rezone that. I don't have money right now. Money's tight a little. But basically I'm just gonna extend you and... Done. Basically. I'm just gonna do like this. There we go. Gives it a lot more space, and hopefully that'll be it for now. Right, we do have medium, and I think medium will be fine. I will just place that up here at some point. But yeah, I would like to know what the direct benefit of this would be. Like how much money I get from this. That would be beneficial. Is there like a way to know that? Maybe? I mean, I guess it would count under taxes. I guess it would be this or something. Maybe have a timber. But just 454. No, that can't be it. Cotton. Okay, hang on. So this is forestry. So in theory... Convenience food, okay. So I guess this... Would this go under timber? Hang on. Production. This is giving me timber vibes, so... But it's at the same time it's not... Oh, it's wood. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's 7,000. We are basically earn 7,000. Now the problem with that is though... I mean, buying one... It costs us 20,000 in upkeep. So that gives me kind of the vibe by... That actually, it would be a dumb idea to buy this one just for wood. If all I can get from this section is 7,000. You know? I might be wrong, of course, but I don't think the math matches up. I might do it just to you know, do it, but anyway. Right, we do have demand for medium. I'm gonna ignore the large because it's just gonna be a mess to take care of. So I think what I'm gonna do is just extend this area. You are going to have to move. And now that means I can just do this basically. But now everything is a mess, so let's redo that. Yeah, and here we go. And what this basically does is I'm just gonna open a few new areas for medium for warehouses. And there you go. And in meanwhile, I would go ahead and place a radio tower here. I guess placing it right here is fine. And then the next one, oh, we actually already have the money for it. Will be placed, I guess. Oh, ideally at a place where it doesn't really matter much. You know what? Let's get rid of the next two buildings. Next few high residential buildings. And there you go. Right. And well, they're building now. We still have a critical markets on bill. What do you mean? I mean, it's not affecting any residential area. That's for sure. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. But anyway. So okay, what is going on here? Oh, I guess it's a shadow. Well, it makes sense. Right, so we do once again have office space in demand. And we're still having traffic jams. I mean, okay, no, you know what? What I'm just gonna do is replace everything here with warehouses. This will drop our people amount quite significantly, I think. Yeah. So of course you can see that it's dropping. We were at like 7.7k, down to 7.4, and now 7.2. So this has dropped down quite a bit. But what I'm hoping is, well, to be fair, I might actually have to build a second way of entering our city, which I guess ideally would be somewhere here, presumably. I mean, I could just have a highway go like this direction, you know? But I'm a little bit worried, about financials still, right? I don't know. I think it's a little weird. Right. So internet is looking good now. The only one I still need is up here, which I'm just gonna take care of by placing it right here. And that now gives everyone good enough internet, I would presume. And yeah, so we have a ton of people in high school. So yeah, what I think I'm gonna do is slowly but surely, maybe, because we don't have to connect it to our main area, right? We could just do a section here. So what I think I'm gonna do is probably I'm getting the vibe that I should just like ignore let's ignore the oil. Or actually no, hang on, what was that? Coal, I think. Right? Or is it? When did they add fish, by the way? Yeah, I think this is ore. And that's oil, of course. So, we could go for the oil, but at the same time, we still gotta consider it goes north, the wind goes south to north. So, we can't place anything down here that would negatively impact that. So these fields are useless. Now that I think about it. So I think what would probably be the best way of handling things would be to just like start maybe down here. Because that area is kind of not really useful. So what I'm considering right now is just have a beginning of a second highway to go up here. Maybe not second highway actually, but like main road, so to say. We can just like move to the top at some point. So I think let's buy this tile, and then yeah, let's buy this tile, and then as soon as we have money, and then start building a little neighborhood here as well. Maybe low density, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so still have some time to go. And this one, not a lot more left, but we'll see. So let's have a look at cash. I mean, I kind of need to like start increasing this. Oh. I wasn't expecting that I could just partially like do that. But it turns out I totally can. Well, that's interesting. That I did not expect that. Wait, well, you can clearly see that the traffic flow is now absolutely bad. So, actually, what I'm gonna do is basically do the complete opposite to what I just did, and take a look. What is the maximum we can? Okay, let's do that. Might be a mistake, but we'll see. Right. So yeah. One thing I want to see and look into doing, I would like a different map. It gives me a bit more light. Yeah, let's go for that one. No, just this one, please. Just this one. This will allow me, and at the same time, actually, because I would like highway roads. Let's go for that. Because what we need to do is like have like actual paths that we can use to like move, you know. So oh, hang on. Now that I think about it, did I need to do that? I'm not sure. Well, anyway. So what I have in mind is to have a little... I guess for now, let's go for a 4-lane road, so to say. So that we can, like, have that move. I would like... A, by the way, just saying. I would like more light. Whee! It does luck out at some point. So what we could do is... I don't want to destroy that. I kind of want to keep that because that looks interesting. I guess it's raining now? I am not sure. But what I'm thinking of have to like we could have this road go there. So what we actually could do is have this go on. I would like it to go above the highway, please. Yeah, I guess that's fine enough. Oh, it's a little bit on a little bit of an incline. Just realized. I hope that's fine. And then we can just have it. Maybe not. Maybe we can't. Look to Slay. Slay, what do you mean? Oh, that's absolutely not what I had in mind. Rather, what I had in mind was that we could just, you know, do this. Or something along those lines of that. Actually, no, hang on. I just had a different idea. What if, ideally... get rid of these nut lines, please. Thank you. So we could maybe do this. And then go up with like these ones, you know? Look too steep apparently, but I guess it's fine. And then we could also do this. Well, I just rotated that the wrong way around. Hang on. You can change this somehow, can't you? I'm pretty sure you can. There was a way, I'm pretty sure, to just easily rotate these. Was there not? I was pretty sure there was. But I've kind of forgotten that right now. But yeah, I guess that's good enough for now. Yeah, good enough. And what I'm also gonna use is both directions. I don't want that. Here we go. So that will basically give them a nice way of like slowly but surely getting onto the road. They are slightly crossing each other, which is not great. Kind of looks ugly, but there you go. That fixes it, I guess. It doesn't look ideal, but I'll take it. And this one. Wrong path again. Or wrong way again. Rather? Well, I think that looks fine. And what we can now do is just have it go on a bit of a, like, cornerish, so to say, right? And we can do, or should do rather. Oh, hang on, right. I wanted... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to go on a bit of a corner right here. Because I would like to go, like, right in the middle of these. So... yeah, that's probably good enough. And now... what we should do... is... I mean, I guess I could do something similar to what I had done over here, right? This should be somewhat in parallel. No, hang on. Where did the... Wait, what? Small? Where did the normal road go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go with that. And this will mean that I can just build a second... Oh, maybe that's too much. I did not pay attention to like the size of the roads. What I have in mind is basically... No, that's not what I like. I'm having like these weird grid lines, which is not great. Also, these are like slightly awfully close to the actual road, to the actual autobahn. So let's, I guess let's go with that. I think that has more space, right? Yes, it does. Okay. So if I now do this and this, we now have a nice place. You know, go for some more medium row housing. Oh, I just realized. These will need to have their own like power lines and so on. Well, that's not great. But oh, hang on. Well, that's beneficial. And we also need power here because otherwise no one will be happy. So that's probably fine. We are quickly losing money again. Why is that? Yeah, our surplus is being drained, which is not... I do not have water here. So... the idea I just had kind of went down the drain because I will not have ability to dump things in the water. Well... Well, we might be a little screwed. I'm gonna hope that we're gonna have to raise taxes, realistically. And then hope nobody's gonna eat me up for that. I had a dumb idea. The dumb idea was kind of dumb. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to buy 3 places, which is not gonna be great. And that basically means I need to dump the water again, simply down here. Oh, thank you. I'll gladly take that, because otherwise we're gonna go bankrupt. And just gonna have to connect it here. And of course that just means I ended up with more area than I wanted to. Let's see. We can now withdraw more, so that's, I guess, fine. But still, not great. Not great, to say the least. And meanwhile, what's happening here? Oh, garage is once again full, isn't it? Yeah, it's once again full. Oh boy. So we are going to have... Yeah. So this is very quickly spiraling out of control. I don't like this at all. I'm still getting robbed that I just completely picked the wrong map to go with, to be honest. But anyhow. I mean, I feel like I probably kind of screwed myself by like thinking, okay, let's take as much stuff as possible, you know? That was probably a bad idea in retrospect. But you know what? I'll now need to deal with that. And we are also having a bit of a health crisis down here. Yeah, okay, I see. So we'll need that to have them take care of that. And at the same time... I also need more offices again. Which... we still have a ton of area here. But that area is about to be depleted, so... we'll see how that goes. Right, I'm having a lot less budget than I was hoping for. So probably... I am gonna have to decrease budgets quite a bit. Telecommunications is quite expensive as well. Hopefully that'll be fine. Alright. And suddenly our demand has completely disappeared. Which, to be honest, is not great. Just out of curiosity, can I have a look at why that happened? Did our taxes go down? No, they didn't. Neither did service fees. Yeah, that's exported. Okay. So these haven't decreased. But what actually, I guess... oh no, it's not service upkeep, I guess. That's still fine. But I mean, tile upkeep obviously went up, as you can clearly tell. Service trade has gone to 0. That's fine. But loan interest keeps going up, which is not great. So, but hang on. Is it just me going for... huh. Because I'm trying to, like, figure out what just happened. Why am I suddenly struggling like this? But I guess it's more of a case of, well, I just basically went ahead and... well, no, not really. I am not sure. Well, I've kind of brought myself into a little bit of a situation which is not great. The traffic jam is not getting better, obviously. And the idea I had of the solution I had was to slowly build this thing, which is not really working out, is it? Unless I just go ahead and like build more stuff. Might have to raise taxes actually. You could just raise them by 1% each. And see how that improves things. It clearly doesn't. No, it's not improving. It's not improving whatsoever. So... yeah, I think I basically just screwed myself, didn't I? I mean, one thing to consider is we are having a lot of demand for high density. So what I could do is... all these spots are enough where there's nothing on. I guess we now have a mix. We're now going to have a mix of low rent, lower and high density and so on. Hopefully it will deal with some of these. I am still a little concerned. Okay, apparently that was enough to like get us into positives, which means probably people won't be having fun, to say the least. But better than nothing. And also, I still think this is probably like a big issue of our city. Power keeps going out. It shouldn't. Oh, now it is, I guess, because we... And it's not like I can get more, because if I do that, we'll have more issues. I guess what I could do is... Wind speed too low again. Okay. I once again don't think of that. Yeah, I do not really have a spot for ideal wind power apart from here, I guess. And hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah, that seems to be enough for now. They are having healthcare issues as well, so hopefully not have them drown. We are losing money once again. Which is not great. And it's not like I can... I mean, I can decrease the roads budget again. And hope for the best. But we are still slowly bleeding money. Yeah, that's a problem. Right. So, basically the best thing we can do now is to just hopefully get a second... How much money do we have? We could take a $500,000 loan, the 500,000 loan. That's something we could do. But... yeah. This is becoming an issue. A pretty big one at that. So yeah. I might have to find a solution for that. I could try upgrading it to 3 lanes, actually. Something I could try and do. Okay, that's something I'm gonna try. Large roads and hope for the best, basically. I know that one more lane usually isn't a thing to go for. But I'm basically gonna hope that it's gonna save me, so... invalid shape, interesting. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is basically upgrade these. Oh, nope, not what I wanted. I wanted this. Hopefully that'll be enough. And then, well, we're gonna see if that'll be enough. Hopefully it will be. What I'm hoping basically for is that that whoever wants to go here will just do that, basically. Right. Well, with this disaster, I think it's time to wrap up. So, looking good so far. Well, basically the test is going good for now. Just gonna... The default name was too close to Will. I'm just gonna call it stream and 1. So that's a thing. Turns out the one that's more struggling with this map at least is me, which did not happen before. I had dumb ideas, I guess, and did things that were just completely stupid. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the stream. If you liked it, then please leave a like, follow, subscribe, and that good stuff. And yeah. Thank you very much for watching. The next stream will be next weekend, basically. And yeah. Regardless, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next stream next week. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or whatever else you'll be doing next. I'll see you next week.